Stadium. You walk in this place, you can feel the echoes. So many epic moments have unfolded on this field. And today, the Fighting Irish hoping to reawaken that in this big contest. Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the USC Trojans offense will get the first swing today. Well, Kirk, you can just feel the emotion, the intensity of this rivalry game right now.
Well, one thing we know is you work year-round for a rivalry game, and now it's right before your eyes. Let's see how these guys play today.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for them. He'll take a deep shot. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. They go from their own 20 all the way into the red zone. Can they capitalize here now? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
In this football game, but the defense had a golden opportunity to come up with a stop, and they allow him to run the football on him to get the first down, and now it's first and goal. Missed a golden opportunity. Let's see how they respond here.
The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Into the end zone. Touchdown, SC.
Well, there's nothing more satisfying for an offensive coordinator than having a trust in these critical areas. Here you are, 3rd and goal. What do? Put the ball in the hands of that quarterback. Whether he runs it in or throws it, you know he's going to make the right decision. Found the matchup, made the throw, and you get a touchdown to open the game.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Turner trying to create good field position. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Notre Dame's offense comes out for their first possession today. If there's one guy on this defensive side, Kirk, who could be a game wrecker, it's this elite pass rusher. Very much on the quarterback's mind today.
Yeah, Chris, but it's going to be very tough. This quarterback does a nice job of moving around in the pocket, and also he's going to have an awareness of exactly where this guy is and have a clock in his mind about how quickly that ball needs to get out.
Enough for a first down at the 37.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Played in plenty of rivalry. They feel different from the others.
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Notre Dame. This quarterback on fire today.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this. That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, this offense better get it together. First sack of the game, and it's by a defensive back to try to set the tone.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough... Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They attack the deep middle of this defense, could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Kirk, no surprise. You get these two teams on the field, and it's tight and competitive right to the finish.
Well, Chris, the last time these two teams met, remember, it came down to the wire, the very final few minutes. Sure hope to get another one like that today.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. To the air, it's Freeman. Defense is coming after him. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense...
Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this third down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Trojans churn out another first down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
How about Notre Dame sending a backer here? He comes up with the sack. A little Rudy magic on this one. Boy, they've had some great linebacker play over the years. Of course, think about Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith, who's now in the NFL and had a great career in South Bend. Notre Dame with great history of playing linebacker.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. trying to extend the play. On the run here. Lets it go. Receiver makes the grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. It's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch, and it has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. That'll put him over 150 yards today. Kirk, he is putting on. This big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
First down here for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Shaw. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. We've got an exciting quarterback duel in the making here as we check the first quarter stats. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They'll feed the back again. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Handoff heading left. They make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And now the handoff. The pickup is 6, makes it 3rd down and 4.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Back to pass. It's Freeman. He's got it near the end zone. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. 2nd and goal for the offense. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
And the USC offense is back out on the field. Here's the handoff. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? The back's got it. Gets some space around the 30. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Southern California.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The shotgun running play call. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you added multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Releases the stiff arm. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do run the football. There's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And this one is caught, and the gain just good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
And sack sets up 2nd down. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returning this one from the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's running out of time here. He's going to pull it down and run.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Second down play coming up. Looking to pass. It's Freeman. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking for his big tight end. Pump over the middle. It's Banks. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. And looking to throw now on first down. Using his legs here. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him. Take them, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's escaping the pocket now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. And the Trojans looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Looking to pass. It's Freeman. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Trojans. Here comes the point after attempt. The extra point makes the lead 18 now. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get its top and preserve that momentum. And here's the return from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Oh, look at the quick cut. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game. And we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional fight for the Jeweled Shillelagh. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
The Trojans will kick it off to begin the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. They stop at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Handoff taken, following the right tackle. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
The tight end has got it. Breaks loose at the 40. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
They'll run it to the right side. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with is defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle made quickly after the catch, but moves the ball to the 12, a red zone opportunity. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs to stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Irish.
Chris, remember in college football, it's just 1 foot down to be able to count for a touchdown. Does a great job towards the back line there. Doesn't go out of bounds. Goes up into the air and gets that 1 foot down. That's good. That's a score.
And they tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. So some of that first half lead is gone. This game has gotten tighter. There's some urgency now in this possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a strong stiff arm. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And just a short gain this time there to get him down.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the Trojans line it up with first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together and stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple of touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, SC. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Off the play fake on first down. He lets it go on the move. Works downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently is being...
And the ball to the ground. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after... Look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. He'll hand it off. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And they stop him, but not before. An explosive play. Moves the ball all the way to the 32.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
Notre Dame getting set for the 1st and 10 now.
3-25.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the 3rd quarter.
Notre Dame. Got it.
And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they get set now to try the PAT.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the USC offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Hand off to the single back. They stop him right at the 24.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Freeman. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Now, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. There's the handoff. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a 1st down.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
The defense with more pre-snap movement. 2nd down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's got it for a big gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They're going to run it. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead, Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Bringing pressure. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on first and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on second and goal.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution.